I need you in that fight, Noble One. Noble One, come in. Noble One, do you read me?
This is Sierra 259. You got Spartans on the ground, sir. We're not going anywhere.
Alright, so this is going to be Spartans on the Ground second video. Right now we're going to do a character synopsis of all of the main characters of Noble Team. So to start out, we have Noble 6, Spartan 312, Spec War Group 3 Noble. All of his information is classified: birthplace, birth date, gender, all that stuff, because Bungie wants to keep it kind of Master Chief style, where we don't know very much about him, so we can really conform to the character and feel like we're playing as ourselves. All the information that's been gleaned is that he's kind of a lone wolf. He's a hyper lethal vector than a soldier. He's a lone wolf assassin basically, and so we're really glad we're playing as him. He's a lieutenant, so he's a little bit higher ranked than some other Spartans might be because he's going to be on Noble Team. Then we also have Carter, who's the commander. He's a very high-ranked Spartan. He's one of the highest-ranked Spartans we've ever seen. He has, very good focus. He's very flexible, adaptable, charismatic, all the things you'd want in a leader. And so basically he leads Noble Team, and he's the guy in charge of everybody. Then, as his second in command, we have Kat. She's the one with the robotic arm. Why she has this arm, we don't yet know. It could be she lost it in battle. It could be part of the bio-augmentation progress that all Spartans go through. We don't know. We just know that she's the second in command. She's the lieutenant commander, which is, as you know from our ranks, is one rank lower than commander. So, your guess is as good as mine, but I'm guessing that Carter will probably die somewhere in campaign, and Kat will take over. Because as we see, she leads the command on the Covenant Assault. Then we have George, who's personally my favorite. He's a chief warrant officer. Now, if you had read into the Navy ranks or done some research yourself, you'd find out that chief warrant officers are kind of in between enlisted and officer rank. They're not either of them. They're not a chief petty officer. They're chief warrant officers. They're designed to be very good at interacting with the public. When you go into a war zone that's occupied by civilians, you need somebody to be just kind of there. You need somebody who can talk to the civilians and lead them and move them around when they need to be moved and not have them feel scared. So basically, he's like a tank. George is just a plain tank. He's got massive armor. He's got antennas on his back. He's got a massive turret, as we all know. And hopefully, during campaign, I want to see him carrying a flamethrower, because in my opinion, that would be boss. So next up on the line, we have Emil. Emil is kind of the guy everybody wants to be. He's cool. He has a combat knife. He's a warrant officer, all that stuff. Main thing I really hate is that he has been stigmatized as the assassin ever since the VGA trailer. Because, the only thing we see him doing is shining a combat knife, and that's a symbol for assassinations. But his actual thing that he does is he's a grenadier. Hence the grenade belts everywhere. He has a grenade launcher. He throws grenades into the battlefield, and he makes it to where everybody else can go in after the explosions settle. That's his job, is kind of hang back and throw grenades in. That's what he does. But he's been stigmatized as being the assassin, someone who goes around. I don't know, I just thought it wasn't very good. And then we have Jun. He's the other warrant officer in the group. And he's basically a sniper. He, wears a ghillie suit. He probably does a little Linda thing where he, unscrews all the parts of his sniper rifle beforehand and cleans them all. We'll probably see some of that in somewhere in a cutscene. He just kind of hangs back. Him and Emil are the lowest ranking people of Noble Team, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to die. A lot of movies have it to where the lowest ranking people survive and they have to carry on the name. So basically, he just is a real quiet type. He just kind of stands back, snipes, covering fire. And then the last person we have to talk about, we can't really know that much about. He's called Noble 7. They're selling his action figures at Comic-Con, and we know pretty much nothing about him, other than he looks a lot like Noble 6. What he could be is he could be the person Noble 6 replaced. Or he could be an addition to Noble Team found from scavengers somewhere in the field. Could be a Spartan 3 left over from Saber Team that was on Reach, or something like that. Created for SOTG by Magic Bob. Bing!